Dirkens here. Thank you so much for joining me for a post-Christmas Sunday afternoon college football talk where I'm going to talk about the Ohio State Buckeyes playing my Clemson Tigers. It's just talk, and I appreciate it. By the way, I just want to throw out there to some people who might come on my channel every now and again. Somebody wanders in and they do this. They go, "Well, that wasn't biased at all." Just for you kids at home, I'm wearing a Clemson shirt. I got a Clemson flag. Got this national championship wine bottle, Clemson. I got a Clemson coaster. Got another one over there. I got a big Clemson board over here. I got two or three Clemson flags in there. I just want to be forthcoming. Wouldn't want anybody to cancel me because I hurt their little feelings. I'm a Clemson fan. You get it? Great. If you're brand new here, hit the subscribe button. If you've been showing up and ain't been doing nothing, what aren't you waiting on? Like a girl poking her lips up, sticking them out there going, "Kiss me," and you go, I wonder if she wants to kiss me. She does. The only thing is, just don't lead in with tongue like this, like, kind of odd. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. I do appreciate it. If you're anything like me, you know this college football season has been just weird. I got to sit and watch Coastal Carolina last night, but between me and y'all, I think they got robbed at second place on their second play of their last drive. That was a really good play call. That wide receiver would have caught the ball had the defender not been holding on to him. Commonly known throughout the modern football world as pass interference, but Big Jed and the boys calling the game didn't seem to care. Anyway, who cares? It's just an undefeated team versus another team that both of them really good football teams, and it was a historic game for them. They didn't miss nothing. But congrats to Coastal still on a good season. Congrats to Liberty. I mean, both small schools and doing their whole thing. But I was pulling for Coastal. So I am very happy that Christmas is over. The season had just ended the week before. Here we are. We're 5 days from first round national championship playoff. Ohio State. I mean, right now Clemson is an 8-point favorite, 7.5-point favorite. For those of y'all who's going to be really, you're going to be sticklers. But we're a 7.5-point favorite. I'm going to say may there to a couple of people while I'm pulling this up. Sweeney doubled down on Ohio State being number 11. And for those of all of you out there who don't get why he did that, I think the truth is you just need to realize that Ohio State had to change the rules. Listen to me, they changed the rules. So the rules were changed for them to be able to get into the college football playoff. I was sitting and listening to the pregame of the Coastal Carolina game yesterday. They were talking about Ohio State. And their big wide receiver, what's his name? Ole or something, whatever his name is. Isn't that his name? I mean, it really doesn't matter. But, yeah, I think that's his name. You remember he missed Northwestern championship game. Because due to protocol, COVID protocol. Well, they changed the rules from 21 days to 17 days. The conference changed it so he can make the playoff. Did y'all hear about that? That's at least how they presented it. Boy, I'll change any rule they have to get in. But boy, my God, Ohio State. Now, I got some good Ohio State buddies out there like Mark Rogers and Sue Kavanaugh and a few others. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I enjoy talking trash to Ohio State. I enjoy it. It's fun. It is fun. Let me get in here and say may there to you, and then I'm going to be even more insulted. Oh, Lord. Clemson Carson, may there to you. Got Chase Henderson in here, may there. Bo Weevil. Talk to the Paul. Michael Hutto, yeah. Nate, the depressed Wolverine fan, buddy, they're going to have to They're going to need help. My old buddy, Tiger Nation, good to say, may there to you, buddy. Talk to the Paul, GW, may there to you. May there to you. Let me see. Lou Patton, he said, may there, Bobby, go Aggies. May there to you. Let me see, anybody else in here? All right, I'm going to jump right in here. John Thomas, may there to you, John Thomas. I'm glad you're in here, pal. All right, I'm getting off my screen right now. Let me see. Chase just put this. So there are people who think that because Notre Dame ran for 208 yards in the first game and Sermon ran for 300 yards against Northwestern, OSU has a chance to really do some damage to Clemson on the ground. Yeah, that whole thing of they did this in this game, therefore they'll do it in that game, don't always go so well. You know that. Parker Henderson, I see you stumbled in here. But way to go, because the last few times I came on, about the time I was saying bye, you were saying hello. Can't keep doing that to me. I'm glad you made it. Yeah, that's a dangerous thing to do. That's a dangerous thing to do when, especially. No, don't come back. Stay, Parker. I mean, unless you got to take a dump, then at that time, you got to go doo-doo. Why I keep that roll right here. All right, so let's talk about the game. Clemson 7.5-point favorite. Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence. Let's talk about Sermon. Sermon is a crazy good athlete. On the season, he has 675 yards rushing. He had 300 yards. Listen to me, over 300 yards rushing the other day against Northwestern. Now, for all of you people out there who are on a calculator, that means that prior to that game, he had, give or take a few yards, 300 yards less. That means that around 375 yards. My point in saying all of that, listen to me, my point in saying all of that is, though that is impressive for 84 carries, the truth is that young man, I mean, those numbers are deceiving. That one game changed a lot for the trajectory of the season. Real quick, Lou Patton, my old buddy from a big Aggies fan, he just gave a $5 donation on the Ole Bobby Dirkens channel. He said Texas A&M 30, North Carolina 7. You know, had their running backs and other people hadn't started opting out, I'd have told you I think you're wrong. Yeah, I think you're about right there. You start having big-time players start opting out left and right, it takes a game that's already going to be a tough one, because A&M has got a lot of good things going for them. Could have been in the college football playoff, and now you're North Carolina, and you're just a few seasons removed from embarrassment, and now you got big players opting out. I could buy 30-7. But thank you, Lou, for supporting that. Y'all go check out Lou. Lou, you got that link. Put that link up to your channel and your blog you write, and let everybody go check that out. Lou's good people. I like to talk trash about the Aggies. He like to talk trash back to me, and we have a good time. I like him. Greg Larkin got in here. May there to you. Good to see you. All right, so getting back in here. Okay, so Trey Sermon had a game of a lifetime the other night, and at the end of the day, you can't take that away from him. But that was one ball game. And to me, the key of this game is the defense and the leaders that the Buckeyes have lost. We lost Isaiah Simmons. That was rough. Okay, we lost him. We lost A.J. Terrell. All I'm going to say is that y'all lost a ton of talent. We have a lot of talent returning on the defensive side of the ball. Though we lost those few players, the truth is we still have a ton of guys. Now, barring, and I had somebody say this to me, oh, you're setting up an excuse. You're setting up an excuse. No. Hey, clean the earwax out of your ear. Stop thinking with your rectum. The truth is that if any team is unhealthy, first of all, they still got to play the game, unless you're Florida State and you can hide behind COVID-19. Kind of like FedEx does. Due to COVID-19, your package was late. What was your excuse? October 2018. Oh, let me guess. It was pre-COVID. Always an excuse. Florida State was scared to play. We know it. I mean, my God. Norville should quit because he's already lost it. He lost his team before the season ever started. When you start defensive lineman is telling you they ain't going to play because you didn't handle something the right way, I think it's time for you to go, oh, nope, I'm opting out. Somebody else take care of that dumpster fire. But that's how I think about Florida State now. But, what was I saying? My point is that you got to be healthy. Either team has got to be healthy. All right? Just healthy. So, if Trevor Lawrence went down this week, even though DJ is amazing, you kind of lose something, right? Just like if Justin Fields, right now, hit the ground, bounced like a basketball, and broke something, that would be the asterisk of a lifetime for the Buckeyes. Well, we didn't have Fields, so it does matter. I love it when people get on here and they just absolutely are annoyed with me. First, I enjoy it. Second of all, on Justin Fields does not know how to take a hit. Talk to any football player who is worth their weight in salt. They say, you have to know how to take a hit. That's part of the experience of the game. You got to know how to take a hit. What's that mean? What's that mean? Well, here's a comparison. You remember last year I told you the same thing. Told you the very same thing. I said, you got to know how to take a hit. Well, if you hit anybody, of course, it's going to hurt them. Trevor Lawrence, at his big 6'6" white stick self of a body, takes hit after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, hammered. And don't even bring up that hit in his freshman season against Syracuse. That was his first game starting over 2 years ago. But by all means, bring it up because remember, that's the same year we castrated Alabama on a national stage. Go ahead, bring that up. Justin Fields has been in the game now for a while. In the big-time college game. And he still manages. He's only played 6 games this year. Going into that Northwestern game, he'd only played 5 games. My child just turned 5 years old. A whole hand's worth of games. And he already had an injury. You didn't play half the flipping football season. How could you be hurt? I mean, seriously, how could you already be hurt? And all you have to do is start hitting Fields a little bit, whether it's a design run, whether you sack him, and he's hurt. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you what we're going to do. And I know I say we, but I've been pulling for Clemson longer than all these boys have been alive. So I kind of feel like I have a vested interest in it. We're coming for him. And we're going to hit him. And we're going to hit him again. Notice how a healthy Clemson team took an Ian Book, who everybody was blowing up. Well, you remember what he did to you the first time? Yeah, who are we missing again? Remember, once again, listen to me, once again, injuries are part of the game. So if you have to go play at Notre Dame on a Saturday night, live on NBC, without 5,000 people on your team, unfortunately, it is what it is. That's why Skowski was getting up last week screaming. They were like, I can't believe he's taunting people. Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why? He was letting them know I had to stand a couple of weeks ago on the sideline in street clothes and watch y'all beat us. And since then, I've had to sit and listen to how great y'all are. When by the end of the game, we're missing like 14 people on the defense. I'm not kidding. It was somewhere like 12 people. Might have been 14. And now all of a sudden, because this guy's running wild on second and third string guys, y'all think that y'all need to do an interview during the Clemson Virginia Tech game asking him what he thinks about Trevor Lawrence? Oh no. No. Not going to happen. By the way, Lou Patton just supported the channel again. $5 donation. He gives his the beliefs on his Clemson game. Said 28-10 over Ohio State. check out his show, Bleacher Rat. I say show. Check out his website, bleacherrats.com. Bleacherrats.com. Y'all go ahead, you check it out. You say may there to him. Tell my Bobby Dirkens sent you. Blue, I appreciate you supporting the channel. Y'all support him. Tell everybody about him. Unless he's trying to start a revolt. Unless I'm interested in that revolt. Anyway, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. All of a sudden, I'll be canceled. Just you'll see something like a SWAT team member blow through here, and the screen will go black. They'll spray paint it black. So anyway, back to this. Thank you. I appreciate that. See a bunch of y'all in here talking trash. I love it. I love it. But I said this about Tua. I said the guy is talented, but he's never got hit. In the year that we beat him so bad in the national championship, I want you to hear this. They played LSU. It's Joe Burrow's first year. That's Joe Burrow's first year. They beat LSU 29-0. But in that game, Tua actually got pressured through what? 2 interceptions? In one game. All right? And I said before that game, I said, listen to me. All right? I said, listen to me. It's showing that if you get a little pressure on him, he falls apart. There's other guys. Trevor Lawrence, you can put pressure on him, he don't fall apart. I'm not saying he doesn't have a bad throw here or there. He does not fall apart. He fell apart. He fell apart when Clemson started blitzing him and nailing him and hitting him. We did it to book. All right? We did it to book for the good. Hello? We did it to book. And that beat the crap out of him. Now, do I think that Clemson's going to go in and blow out Ohio State? No, I don't. But I do expect a 10 to 14 point win at this time. You're right, Milton Alexander. We did it to D'Eriq King as well. All right? Now, do I believe that Justin Fields is a lot better than D'Eriq King? Yes, I do. Do I believe he's more talented than... I believe that he is more talented than definitely Book. But my point here, y'all, and I'm seeing some people getting here. I'm going to stop in just a second and say maybe there to them and go back and finish this because I've been on here for almost 20 minutes. My point is, I believe our defense is going to show up. I know Nolan Turner's got to sit out the first half after that stupid defenseless player call. I'm going to say this one more time, and I tweeted this out the other day. You can find me on Twitter at B Dirkens. You can find me on Instagram. I think it's the Bobby Dirkens. Just find me, Bobby Dirkens, Dirkens. But I tweeted this out. I said, I'm tired of the defenseless player rule. Because when you put on a helmet and football pads and walk out onto a field, you know exactly what's to expect. It's like, hey Dale, why I got all this padding around me? Why is this helmet so hard? Ding ding. Why'd y'all get me to put a cup over my goober? You'll find out in a second. Boom! I hate that. I'm not saying that cheap shots don't happen and we shouldn't address it, but I am just telling you. I'm just telling you. I'm tired of that rule. But, and Chase, you're right. I've got a bunch of Ohio State fans who is talking to me as though they own us. As though the last 3 times we've played them in the past 5 years, as though they beat us. I mean, this is getting rich. It's pure arrogance. It's a team who's lost so much talent. The only other team that is of significance in college football who lost it more talent than them was LSU. I'm just telling you. I am just telling you. Yes, Clemson lost players. Not at the leadership level, multiple leaders across the board. I mean, J.K. Dobbins is a big deal. We got Trey Sermon, man. I don't care. J.K. Dobbins, you just don't replace him. That's my kid. We'll just ignore it. But my point in saying all of this is, Ohio State is at that place that they believe that they can just continue to they can lose major leadership roles, and nothing's going to happen because they recruit well. 9,000th time I'm going to say this. 9,000th time I'm going to say this. Stop. I'm going to say this. If you lose significant talent, it doesn't matter you've recruited well, because listen to me. Everybody, if you're in the top 10, everybody recruits well. Did you hear that? If you're in the top 10 consistently, everybody recruits really good. So don't tell me how good you recruit. But the experience is hard to replace. I'm sorry, my kid knocking on the door through me. But I'm just going to tell you right now, Justin Fields is going to be swallowed up. He's going to make some good. He's going to make some good plays because he's going to get hit. You have good players, really talented players. He's not Trevor Lawrence. I'll go ahead and tell you that. He ain't Trevor Lawrence. I mean, you don't hear about teams just salivating for Justin Fields. You hear them say, "Hey, I would take him. I would take him." But who do they want? Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. There's a reason, y'all. And Trevor Lawrence is a dual threat quarterback. See, we've been possessed for many years that your dual threat quarterback is like a 5'9", 5'10" at best, standing on his tippy toes, a guy who can really run the football and make a couple of decent passes. I would compare that to D'Eriq King. D'Eriq King is a very good athlete. He is not a Lamar Jackson. He's not a Kyler Murray. Okay? Those guys can actually throw the football really well. Okay? I'm just telling you. He is not a true dual threat quarterback. Trevor Lawrence is. Why? He first and foremost can throw the football, make great football decisions. He commands the field. He knows to play inside and out. He understands how to check down. He understands how to guide the defense by looking off. But when his big 6'6" stick white self pulls the ball and takes off running, well, Ohio State, you know how that looks. You know how that ends. And Notre Dame just got a taste of it last week. I mean, you look at him and you think he's just some average white stick, and I call it that because he's a tall, white, lanky guy. He pulls the ball. Most of them in the past get slammed. Him, he leaves you in his dust. Amari Rodgers is hitting on all cylinders. He's almost 1,000 yards receiving. He'll definitely, barring injury, he'll definitely go over that in this game. What I mean by barring injury, that we throw to him a lot. So he's going to get his. He only needs 34 yards. Cornell Powell has really showed up. We got to get the ball out. We got to get the ball out to our players, and we cannot be afraid to take shots downfield. The run, we do need to establish and run more. So that is one thing that I'll say. But You also see that Trevor Lawrence, once he came to the game, he could run the ball very well. He was handing the ball off to ETN. ETN was more explosive. We see more good things going on. So my point is, Trevor Lawrence and ETN, in everybody's mind, may not seem like some type of great run option team together, but the stat says different. And the production against teams is different. And go ask any DC who doesn't have pus for brains, would you really like to guard those two running the ball? The answer is no. Because that RPO, all of a sudden, Lawrence just turns it and dumps it off. We've seen it 100 times. Or when you think he's going to pull up, dump it off, he takes off. And once again, leaves you in the dust. Well, look, I'm going to be doing some of these videos this week. I do appreciate it. Pass along to your neighbors, your clergymen, and your grandma. Anyway, I'm going to get in here and say maybe there to a couple of people. I'm seeing some names I haven't seen in here in a while. Let me see. If I overlook some of you, it ain't personal. There's a bunch of people in here. C. Lord 75, good to see you. 40 Low, may there to you. P. Digits, Finkel is here. Tiger Cat, may there to you. LSU fan, she's good. She's good people. Good to see you, Tiger Cat. Milton Alexander, good to see. Good to see. Yeah, that's right. We did rip up Derek King. Blake Ellis, may there to you. Good to see you, sir. Web Security, may there to you. Let me see. Going through here. GW, may there. Jordan, may there to you. Good to see you, Jordan. How's those pecans working for him on his little system? Jim Couchos, it's good to see you, buddy. UGA boy, may there to you. Dennis Wilson, stirring the pot as usual. Let me see. All right. Crimson Brave, may there to you. All right, may there to all of you. K-Chaps, may there to you. It's good to see you. Well, listen, I'm going to close this sucker down. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Larisha, you're showing up as soon as I'm leaving. Now, Larisha, you got to get in here quicker. Anyway, I'll forgive you. God might not forgive you, but I'll forgive you. No, Larisha, it's good to see you. Tell them babies, Ole Bobby Dirkens said hey. All right? It's just a really, really good time. Hey, we're here. Either way, it's going to be a good game. We're having a college football playoffs. It's a wonderful time. I'm Bobby Dirkens. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Find me on Twitter at @bdirkens. You can find me on Instagram at I think it's at the Bobby Dirkens, Dirkens, and you might even see me on ESPN every now and again. Well, I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up, I'll keep showing out.